Did you see my?
I'm receiving it. All right, raise your hand if you share. Raise your hand if you share. Perfect. All right, thank your accountability partner for the day and have a seat. Thank you and have a seat. Thank you. Man, who's bold enough to share? What's one thing that they want to change? What's one thing they want to be a game changer in? Your finances. Why?
Because I want to live a better life. I'm really living.
Come on.
So the way I'm living right now, I don't think I've really fulfilled my potential financially. I can't be doing things I love to do. I love to travel. I love to eat well, live well, dress well, go anywhere I want to go. But it's not happening. So it's like kind of limited. Right?
Gotcha.
So I want to get out of that shackle.
That you want to grow. You want to find that way to elevate.
Exactly.
I love the passion. I love the challenge that you took to come up first and tell us why, right? Because here's what I want to challenge you on. A, manifest that thing, right? A, claim it and begin to prepare for it. And hopefully by the end of the day, we're going to break down some tools and talk about it, how we're able to get to that level. But that's the goal. That's the treasure at the end of the rainbow. And our journey, our goal is to help you get on that journey to find it, all right? Obviously, thank you so much for your just being vulnerable with us. Guys, one thing I learned, first of all, being here, before I get started, I gotta pay a shout out to my pops, man. My pops was the first game changer that I've ever saw. All right, can we celebrate him real quick? See you, go. UKOI, yeah. Mine was a game changer, and I didn't realize it to the adult age. I was that knucklehead kid in the States. I was that hood kid that just was trying to be a product of the streets, or maybe a village or a hood mentality back then. So I didn't really pay attention to what he was talking about until college, so forgive me. But I've seen him move to the States from the slums, taxi driver, robbed at gunpoint, elevate up, multiple degrees, and now he's successful. And he is who I always wanted to be. So I thank you for being exactly who you are every single time. I'm not the person I would do without you, man. Appreciate you for being a game changer, Pops. Receive it. I love that. I'm telling you now for everybody. All right, I don't have much time, so I gotta stop. All right, so my name is Chris. I'm from the States. I live in Texas. Has anybody ever visited the States? I'm from Houston, Texas. I talk fast when I'm excited, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm excited to see game changers and people with the game changers mindset. So if I talk too fast, sometimes I tend to go like this. Calm me down, because I love this is my pursuit and my passion. We already got one right now. So this is my second time this year getting to Nigeria, and I'm blessed because this is not my last time. We're actually looking at the long haul, and every time I come here, I'm like, yo, we got to be here at least a little longer. Bring my wife here. I'm happily married for 13 years. Celebrate. In the States, it's hard. 13 long years, and I love her every single second. I have 2 kids, a 12-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. Yeah. You see my bags, all my hair. I had hair before. And now they're gone. But I think that the biggest thing is here, there's game changers here. And yeah, my dad went to the States and I was born from the States, but every time I come here, I'm like, man, there's so much grass. There's so much real estate. There's so much passion here to change the game. But you gotta believe it. When I was growing up, I didn't believe I was a game changer. I didn't believe I was successful. Growing up, I'm from the inner city of Houston, Texas. I want you to Google it, and I'll challenge you while you're Googling and while you're paying attention, take notes. Smart people take notes. Hey, Rita, game changers take notes, all right? But when I was young, I was a product of my environment. I didn't try to outreach. I didn't try to look. My dad was always saying stuff. I was like, yeah. I got to hang with my friends. And here's my first lesson that I learned growing up. You show me your closest 5 friends, I'm going to show you your future. Have you ever heard of that? Show me your closest 5 friends, I'm going to show you your future. If you hang around negative people, what's 9 times out of 10 you're going to be? Talk to me, guys. I need feedback. I'm loud. I was a former basketball coach too, so this is my natural energy. My dad accepts me for who I am, so I need you to be big with me, okay? Yeah. So if I hang around negative people, what normally happens? I become negative. So growing up in the hood, not even like a hood, but growing up in the inner city, I hung with people who were negative, who didn't want to do too much in their life, and that eventually became me. I did a lot of dark things in my life that I'm not proud of, that I always tell my dad about. He didn't catch me, he disciplined me well. But a lot of things I did, I presented myself from being a game changer because I hung with that wrong crowd. But I had dreams. And I truly believe the bigger the dream you have, the better the opportunity to land on somewhere strong. But you can't just dream. The bigger the dream, the bigger the chance you have to land on somewhere strong. If I reach for the moon and I land on the stars, is that pretty successful? That's successful to me. Because if I just reach for outside and I go outside, okay, I made it, what's next? So I'm gonna go big. And when I was growing up, NBA, I wanted to be in the NBA. NBA basketball, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Y'all think I made it to the NBA? Why are you laughing at me like that? You don't laugh? Don't let my height fool you now. I was fast, I was quick, right? But I was pursuing the dream of going to the NBA. That's what pushed me away from being with my negative friends. Because I know for a fact if I want to go to the NBA, they didn't want to play basketball, they're not on my realm. So I played all throughout high school. And after high school, I was like, hey, I'm going to go play high school. After high school, go play college ball because I know I'm not going to be NBA right out of high school. So I tried to go play college ball. I didn't get a chance to play college. So I stayed, got my own apartment. Me and my friends used to have parties, turn up, and I had warrants out for my arrest. My dad learned this late, all right? I had warrants out for my arrest, and I didn't know it because I was hanging with the wrong people. And you hang around negative people, what happens? All right, so I was that negative dude. So I got arrested. Went to the county jail in Houston, Texas. And in jail, I wore the orange, right? Anybody been to jail before? Does anybody want to go to jail? You think I wanted to go to jail? No. But one thing that I noticed, if you don't have a path, if you don't have a purpose for yourself, the world will create a purpose for you. And that is the crazy. I was in jail, wore the orange. I was in it for 2 days. Don't judge me, okay? I called my daddy. Yeah, I won't put you on the spot right now. I said, Daddy, get me out of here. Please. He said, let's stick it out. That was the best moment I've ever had in my life. Because if he took me out that hour, or that day, he could have got me out that day. But that hour, I would never have time to hit rock bottom. And I truly believe when you have that rock bottom moment, or you have that moment when you feel like there's nothing left, that means there's something behind it. Yeah. And most of us just quit. I almost quit, but I was in it an extra day. And once I got out that extra day, I said, I'm going to college. I went to college, got my degree, and I said, man, I'm still trying to play. I'm still trying to play basketball. So I went, played basketball. I went to Germany. I tried to play basketball in Canada. And I was like, man, this is not getting me to the NBA. And then I went to a mode of depression. Because all my identity was not wrapped around my journey, but it was wrapped around my money. The only reason I wanted to get in the NBA is I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be super rich. And I knew for a fact if I got that money, I would be happy. But if I could be honest with you, the moment I stopped chasing the bag and started chasing the purpose, that's when everything started coming to me. I had small businesses that I started trying to get rich. I moved to Hollywood to try to be a famous actor, famous comedian. You think I made it? Yeah. No, don't. Stop, okay? So the moment though I realized that I'm not doing this for myself anymore. I'm doing it for my wife, I'm doing it for my kids, I'm doing it for myself. That's when I began to evolve and find out who I really was. So I stopped. I was an educator in the States for 10 years. And I said, man, I'm just going to be the best teacher I can be. Then I was a basketball coach. I'm going to be the best basketball coach I can be. Then I got discovered to be a public speaker for one of the biggest companies in America. I didn't even find it. I didn't even know what it was. But when I stopped chasing the bag and I started chasing my purpose, everything else came to it. And I'll tell you how to dream. My dream was the NBA. I was nowhere near close to the NBA. But if I didn't go to the NBA, I wouldn't go to college. If I didn't want to go to the NBA, I wouldn't have met my wife because I met my wife in college. If I didn't want to go to the NBA, I would not be in front of you guys right now. Because it's expensive in here. Oh, check it out. I want to see that. And one thing I learned on the journey, because the journey's not easy. There's 3 takeaways that I want you guys to process from this journey. First, you got to be selfishly unselfish. And we're just going to hit on this a little later on today. But I realized you got to be selfishly unselfish. Now, what does that even mean? How many people learn to serve, love to serve people? I see y'all. In this country alone, in this city alone, I've seen service on a different level. But who's serving you? Anybody been on an airplane recently, like last week before last, this year? They ever tell you what to do with the mask? Before you put the mask on someone else, you got to put the mask on. Before you put the mask on anybody else, you got to put the mask on yourself. Yeah. How can you serve anybody else if you can't serve yourself? So my first challenge to you guys, I want you to find out, what do you want? What do you want to change in your life? It was a relationship. Me and my wife, first 3 years, I always thought I had to make my wife happy. I always thought she had to make me happy. Every movie that we see in America, I'm nothing without you. You complete me. I will die if you leave. That's not real love. Real love is I have to love myself first. And then when my wife, she started loving herself, we are on this journey together of love because we love ourselves first and we can love each other at the same time. With my finances, stop chasing the bag and I started finding my lane and I started dominating my lane. Then I started to be on alignment with my assignment. And when I started to be on alignment with my assignment, the blessings started coming. This is my testimony. What is getting in the way of your treasure? The treasure is just, when you get it, what's next? It's that journey that makes you who you are. And another thing I learned, you got to dominate your circumstance. You have to dominate your circumstance. I was going to be selfish now, but my dad was a taxi driver in Houston. And if you ever Google Houston taxi driver, they get robbed at gunpoint. They get bullied, disrespected on a different level. He could have quit. He could have ran back home. But he dominated the circumstance. He hasn't drove a taxi cab in how many years? This guy. You're not being a good crowd participator. 30 years. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. When my mom moved in a project area in Houston, and we had nothing. We had food with food stamps. We didn't have much. And my shoe balance, we couldn't get the flashy shoes that all the Americans had. My budget for our shoes was $29.99. That's right. We go to a restaurant, we can only order one thing for $1. And everybody else around me had everything that I wanted but me. I dominated my circumstance. When I grew up, I had jobs that I hated. Anybody have a job, and boss ain't here. Anybody have a job that you hate? Raise your hand like this, no, just that you just hate. And like you're like, man, I want to quit, but luckily, there ain't nothing else right now. I want to challenge you to dominate your circumstance. Whatever it is. I was a basketball coach, the 5th basketball coach we needed. You have no value in this program. The very next year, because I dominated my circumstance, they asked me to be head coach. And I was there for 10 years. My job I have, I'm gonna give you everything I got. How do I dominate my circumstance? Be the best version of you. We are all so many different people. Yeah, we might be from the same country, but be the best version of you. But be the best version, appropriate version of you. All right, don't be turning up and acting all wild. Be the best version of you that's gonna help you get the best life. And here's how I also dominated my circumstance. I personally grow every single day. There's no stopping. If you think you're the best version of yourself right now, you're not trying to be a game changer. Every single day, you should be in pursuit of growing and being better at something. I went to school for business. Didn't even use my degree. Then I was a teacher, now I'm a coach, now I'm a public speaker. But I'm always getting better at something else. Maybe 10 years, I'll be doing something completely different. But whatever you put in my face, I'm gonna dominate it. It feels uncomfortable. It's hard. You ever go in that job when you know for a fact you don't want to go in there, so you gotta take a deep breath before you walk in? And fight through it. Fight through it so you can get to it. Can I challenge you guys to do that? Dominate your circumstance. That first one again was what? You guys remember? The first tool that I told you guys? Second one is dominate your circumstance. First one is what? Selfishly unselfish. Write that down. Be selfishly unselfish. Be selfishly unselfish. Before I give you the last one, and read it, hold me to my time check because I'll mess around and go Howard because I love the Bible over here. Talk to your accountability partner to your side and tell me, where do you need to be selfishly unselfish? Where is somewhere in your life where you need to take a moment and just serve you? Talk to your elbow partner. Okay. Rita, how am I looking on time? How am I looking on time? Good? Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Write that thing down that you wrote, that you just said. That one thing that you need to work on to be selfishly unselfish. Write it down. Let me give you a tool to kind of help us grow that thing right there. One thing for me that I got to work on being selfishly unselfish is, I could say, my self-control. I got to still work on my self-control. Although I have a level of control in certain times, I'm still wild sometimes. Sometimes I still pop up off the mouth sometimes. I got to work on my self-control. So after you wrote it down, I want you to write under there one thing that you can do to help fix that thing or to help start getting towards that thing that you wrote down to be selfishly unselfish. So for me, I told you self-control is my issue. So what I'm still working on is I'm gonna think twice, speak once. Every time before I'm gonna respond to somebody that might be inappropriate, every time I put my guard up, and every time someone tries to give me advice, I'm gonna think twice. How can it benefit me before I speak out? And sometimes I say things inappropriately that hurt feelings. All right. So I want you to write one thing you can do daily that can help you grow that thing that you want to be selfishly unselfish with, okay? All right? And then the challenge is I want you to start doing that thing today. Do you accept that challenge, game changers? Talk to me, game changers. Do you accept that challenge, game changers? Yes. I want it all. Do you accept that challenge, game changers?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Okay. All right, I'm giving you the last nugget before I get out of here then. Last thing, Control your controllables. Write that down. Control your controllables. We call that CTC. Control your controllables. I have a business in the States that I started, and a lot of bad things happened yesterday. A lot of bad things happened in my business. And I was trying to call everybody, and I realized, oh my God, it's nighttime over there. And the business office is closed. And although we might be losing revenue that day or not serving where we're supposed to be, I can't control that. I know for a fact when I get back to the States, I'll be able to handle it the best way I can, but I'm not going to let that impact this moment. Because what I could have done is say, I got to go straight home right now, and I got to leave y'all later. I can't focus because I got to worry about that. I can only control what I can control. And here's 3 things that you know for a fact you can't control. Write this down. Your effort, your attitude, and your actions. Your effort, your attitude, and your actions. My effort every single day is 100%. Maybe 103. Even when I'm tired, even when I have 30%, I'm going to give you 100% of that 30%. And it wasn't always like that. All these things are skills. With habits, you turn those habits into skills. You got to repetitively do it over and over again. So if you're here to try to get a popcorn magnet, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and pop, you're in the wrong place. That does not exist. It takes time to grow that skill. It takes time to grow that habit. It takes time to grow effort. Raise your hand if you're someone that gets effort every single time, 100%. All right. Raise your hand if you were like me, and I'm lazy for the most part, but sometimes I try. All right, that's all right. The first sign is acceptance, right? I am that person. Your attitude. What's your attitude when you don't get your way? I was angry. Every time I don't get my way, I popped off. I went crazy. I lost my job. Or people look at me now, they don't trust me because I'm always an angry person. And then your actions. What are you going to do about it? If you don't get your way, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to act? Are you going to quit? The easiest thing in life is to quit. That's why so many people do it. When I went to Canada, after 2 weeks, I realized I was in the NBA. I'm going home. I quit. I was in Bonn, Germany, trying out for a team. Then moved to Italy for another team. I said, nah, those guys are better than me. I quit. Many jobs I had in certain avenues, I was a quitter. It's hard not to quit. Sometimes when I want to work out, I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing it today. I quit. I want to challenge us not to be at our actions, not to be people that don't do our actions. Control your controllables, right? Dominate your circumstance. What's the first one again? That's right. I'm making sure y'all listen. Be selfishly unselfish, right? And we'll talk about this much more later, but me and Rita, my partner, we're going to create a multiverse in this thing because I truly believe you can't do this. You can't grow without accountability and feedback. We want to help you be your accountability partner. We want to get this group of game changers to grow our community first and then branch out to the world. And it sounds so unreachable now. 10 years ago, I thought that. Now, I know how close we are. So can I challenge you to A, know that you're that game changer? Can I challenge you to know that, hey, if I don't get my way, I'm going to control the controllables? Can I challenge you to put everything that you have in your journey, not the destination? Can I challenge you guys to do that? Yeah. Thank you guys. Be the best version of yourself to live with the results. Remember, if you have nothing else, keep trying. Okay? Rita, thank you so much. This slide. It's right there.
Wow. Wow.
Let's come on this side.
Oh, so much in here. I like, we've not seen anything yet. We've not seen anything yet. He's a great guy with so much potential, so much purpose to give to his world. And he has this special passion for Nigeria and Africa, just like me. I don't belong to Japan. I am one of those that believe in Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria is going through a lot, but see this country, it's a matter of time. If US could be that, the country everybody is running to, then Nigeria can be that country too. One day, it looks so impossible, but I believe. So we just have to do what we can do once in a while, so we can be able to achieve it. So I'm here to present my slide. Don't know why this guy is not coming. So okay, so how was it? How was it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, but the right word that you use, I want us to go it out. Next word. The one that I resonated with most. Be unselfishly unselfish. It's selfishly unselfish. That's what we should learn, because we are born into like Africa. Nigeria and Africa is a communal setting. So we have aunties, brother, uncle, the one that know you, the one that don't know you, the one that don't even know anything about you, and all of them are like looking up to you to do everything for them. And they don't want to pass through the road you pass through to be where you are. They want the ready-made. Just give it to me. And most of them can't even say thank you. Like, what have you done? Is it not just to pay my child school? And sometimes emotionally blackmail you that you just feel, oh, I should do more. So we do really need to learn how to take care of the man on the mirror. And that's why I'm here. I want to introduce you to someone, probably you must have known that person. That person that walked through you, see through you. Sometimes he's smiling, and everybody feel they're smiling. But inside, there is this tears that no one can see about you. And most times you feel it's like the world don't really care. The world will not care if you don't learn to care for yourself. The world won't know you if you don't know you. And we are born into the world where we learn to know every other person, where we learn to know every other thing. Our school system don't even introduce us to who we really are. We go to the religious body, we don't really know who we are. We try to judge ourselves based on the activities we are giving in the church or in the mosque. And we try to judge the blessing that we earn by those activities. So my question is that who you are? Is that all that you are? Is that all that you think life is? Come to the world, go to school, get married, get a good job, start having children, and make the child to still walk around the same circle, come to the world, go to school, get a job, and salary, or get a little business, and just be yourself. Is that all that you are? you really think you are? Let's go to that Serena Williams statement. She made that statement. I resonated with her a lot, and I started reading her before she became what the whole world see today. She was rejected. She was seen as the one that can never do anything. She was seen, the sister loved her so much that she can't touch a fly. You know that kind of pampered child. So when she now started emulating her sister, she also became a threat to her sister. The sister started seeing her as, oh, she's going to dim my light. Because then the father has already said, no, leave all these things alone, leave it to Venus, let Venus do the thing, she's good at it. You are not good. Because she was always failing. And everybody judged her there. But she didn't know, according to one of the writers, that all those you can't do it was actually propelling her to work on herself. So when people were sleeping, she was busy working on herself, trying to define herself beyond what daddy and mommy has defined her, beyond what her sister and everybody, her ability has defined her. She started seeing that, oh, she can actually do this thing. Oh, that she's stronger inside than what they see outside. That's why she came to this day. She said, I think in life, you should work on yourself until the day you die. So powerful. What? Working on yourself is not about you going to school, getting a new job, or going to learn skill. It's discovering the man or the woman on the mirror. What makes you you? What makes you do the thing you do and the result you've been getting? What makes you feel that that result is the best for now or shall ever be the best? Have you not heard that people in their 65, 70, 80? I was mentored by a man that at his 80 was still running. In fact, the young people that walk around him, they said they'll be running after him. He was stronger than most young people because he discovered himself beyond his physical outfit, beyond his age. So he was so strong even till his death. He was very strong. So let's know who you really are. We are seeing the youth. Our audience are really for the youth, the entrepreneurs, the leaders. The youth get stuck most of the time. They are confused. And most time we feel, oh, this year they don't want to hear nothing. They are on drugs. They are always on social media. They are doing this. They don't want to listen to the parents. They are arrogant. They are not appreciative. All those stuff. You know. Okay. Okay. But they are stuck because so many of them are confused. Before I get to that, let's just get to hear some testimony. I decided to put some of these testimony that are so awesome. But okay. What we do a lot of investment in the community. And this guy play. Some of the testimonies, there are some that told me that I just highlighted that. This guy from Ghana, you know, he joined our game changer. We use the pattern framework we are going to expose to us today. As we use all this work, we'll be using it in parts. So we gather all of them to make it work. He said it's not just, he came out as a confused graduate and he started with us, he became a confident entrepreneur. He said, now he's not just an entrepreneur, he's not just making profit for only himself, he's also mentoring some young people in his community. Then this guy, the mentor, the leader, from Burnt Out, can just read it. I don't want to read it because of the time. He said, our training is not just training, it's a complete mindset shift. It is. We are in a world that we don't do training for ourselves. It's so hard. Training for ourselves. Let's get to the other testimony. People don't really do training for themselves. No. They don't believe in training. They just believe, like, especially the entrepreneur. I wanted to see the testimony of the entrepreneur. Okay. You know, Nigerian entrepreneurs don't believe in training. All they need is money. In fact, ask any business person, it's money. What do you want? It's money. Please, what are you going to teach me? I need money now. But we are letting you know, before you start any project, please get to know who you are first. Train yourself first, and because it's in the person that you become that you manifest. You cannot really give what you don't have. Go for training. That same money you want to use and invest in business, take part of it and train yourself first. It's the training you have that you give out to your staff. The training you have, you give out to your team members. Is that training that you give to your clients? Train yourself first. We have a platform which Coach O will come and let us know about it. Like he said, we are building a community where you can be coached, where you can be mentored, where you can go through this personal development. In abroad, personal development is like it's like food. Everybody think of their personal development. Not here that we are just mentioning the mental health. It's when you know your personal development, you can actually talk yourself outside mental ill health. But without personal development, you keep falling and falling out. I can't count how many religious people that have committed suicide. They are very staunch in either box or church, but they committed suicide. I've counseled so many of their spouse, okay? And they were very close. So my question anytime I'm counseling people like what was missing? There was no self. They were busy serving every other person, but the self was denied. And when the self is denied for a long time, the self will need an expression. And when you can't give the self-expression, it will start making, you start thinking that there is no life on earth. And once you get to that stage of there's no life on earth, that's what people ask. It has stressed out, worn out, depressed, and the suicidal tendency comes in, and the suicidal action. So the basic thing is know you first. If there's anything you need yourself. All right, this guy from leader to visionary needs. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on to the business of the day. We don't have much time. So I was trying to say there's a reason our youth are confused, leaders corrupt, and our entrepreneurs burn out. Do we have any reason? At least from what we have known now, somebody should be able to say something. Not what you came with, at least something you've learned. Bro, my beloved bro. You can say something, right?
So what is missing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Perhaps an understanding of purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll leave it like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Understanding of purpose. Then before I always mention purpose, I mentioned on the self. There is no me without purpose. I mean, there is no purpose without me. Because that's what we always think of. What's my goal? What do I want to do? But who are you? Who are you first? Who are you as a person? Like I say, you are a spirit being having both mental and physical experiences here on earth. It's a whole lot for me to talk about it. But you just know that you are not just the body, that before the body starts acting on anything you can ever imagine, there is a mind that thinks, and there is a mind that feels. And most of the thing is what we feel more that comes out that the body acts on. The emotional parts of their human nature, this one that we said, oh, men should not cry, men, they are not women. Men have emotional part of every human soul have emotional part. You have the spirit, the soul, and the body, and the spirit, their soul part is the cognitive and the emotional aspects, the intellectual and the subjective side. So the subjective side is the one that stores information. Imagine how old you are now. From your conception, information has been stored inside you. Imagine where you're born into. Someone from an abusive home, an abusive environment where they were wanting, where they feel it's very hard to make money. And you just see yourself, you keep walking, it's like you can't just gather good money together. Not that you cannot gather good money together. There is something inside that is telling you, you don't deserve this money. You don't deserve it. If you trace you back to your root, you find that it's from the childhood experiences of people around you, and they were just trying to get by. And the word that enter your system from birth is, we don't have money. We don't even know when the next food is coming on. Oh yeah, you just got this one. All those stuff were coming in and soak in you. It feels there. The subconscious mind store information and bring it out at will. You don't need to ask it and just bring it. It comes at will. That's why most time people do this. I didn't even know how it comes. They say sleep of tongue. No, it has been stored. So it comes as they play out, your body play out. That's why you see some responsible people, they just do some stuff and you wondering, this person, it has been there. But that person has not been able to trace that and unlearn it. So what we do in our organization, we help you to pass through the process of learning yourself, and learning yourself, and relearning yourself to become your best version. There is the best version, no matter where you find yourself now. There is the best version in you that can manifest. And when that best version starts manifesting, you will not be only for you. You'll be for the world. There is no way you fulfill purpose for yourself. There is nowhere. Because God created every one of us, whether you believe in God or Allah or whatever, but I always believe we are connected to one invisible being. And that being have a plan that we have until we align in it and manifest it. There is no way we can become. We don't align to our original pattern. There is no way we can become. That's why I wrote my second book, Pattern Manifesting Your Originality. There's anything you can get out of your place. Make sure you download it when the time comes. Download it and listen to it. I listen to it before I come out here. Every day is like, it's a work of 10 years. Based on studies, experiences, questioning and getting answers, and both personal and outside experience. We have been scripted. You born into the world where everybody around you have taken decision on your behalf. You just start dancing on that decision. Either mother, father, or auntie. That's why you hear people say, hey, it's not our style. We don't do this. How about you? How about you? So when you now get to 18 years, as psychologists, we say 18 years, that's forming your personalities. At 18 years, it's not need to form personalities to manifest your originality. Now become personality of confusion, because you see that you have a life you want to play. When you are standing here, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. When you want this, you are neither here nor there. See, people have been in confusion from generation to generation. Ignorance of who we are. And inability for us to know who we are make us get stuck. you ever been stuck? Is there anywhere in your life, or maybe you are not like me, I've been stuck so many times, and it's because I've been stuck that I start asking questions to get answers. So you've never been stuck, please let me see your hand. You've never been stuck, let me see your hand. You've never like
Not in Nigeria.
have you ever been stuck?
Yes, sir.
We all do.
Mm.
But you are not alone. That's why we are here. The next question is always why? In life generally, life throws to us opportunity and adversity at every point in time. Either it comes as an opportunity or as an adversity, it's not coming to make you confused or stop. It's coming to make you climb on it to the next stage. All right? But why we get stuck is because we don't just know what to do. Like, you don't know, you don't know. You get confused. Wait, what should I do? Maybe somebody is telling you do this one is telling you do that, and you are thinking, I want to do it this way. And you try the first time, you fail, second, you fail, third, you fail. Man, it takes a purpose-driven person to keep trying that same thing again until you succeed. Because in the world, it's either people around you will start knocking at you, oh, I don't mind now, you not try before. You fail. But you have to really know who you are so that you can work on that man. So ignorance of who we are makes us get stuck most of the time. I put it number one. There's no way I can talk about anything. I talked to a young guy recently. He saw he wanted to come. He said, I would like to come, but will you share money to me? I said, you don't need money. He said, I need money. Oh. I said, you don't need. You don't need money. What you need is you. He said, how? I said, that's why you have to come. But you know, Nigeria are not used to it. But we want you to start learning to invest in yourself. If you start investing in yourself, you find out that, oh, there's so much you can unleash, so much you can unlock. The ignorance of what you have. What do you have? I answered this question in my book, Patterns Manifesting Your Original. I said, in Nigeria, when you ask people, what do you have? What do you possess? They said, you have to use what you have to get what you want. You've not heard it. Use what you have to get what you want. So when you ask them, what do you have? What comes to your mind? As a young boy, and I ask you, use what you have to get what you want. What comes to your mind? How to write. And baby, are we right? Yeah, okay. Use what you have to get what you want. What comes to your mind?
For example, if you have a skill, you use your skill to build.
Yeah, skill. That use your skill. As a young girl, use what you have and get what you want. What comes to your mind, PC? Nigerian system, when they say young girl, use what you have to get what you want. What comes? Your body. Immoral act. Alright. So we have to let you know that it's not anything outside, it's something from inside. When you go through our process of learning, we let you know you have, I call it the 6 powerful you. You have intuition. These things, we know it to be just mere words. No. Intuition is part of your cognitive. You know, when I was talking about you have a soul, that's the mind, the mental processing. That mind, the cognitive part, that's the conscious mind. That's what we call it in my field. I don't like using it. Then your subconscious mind. The conscious mind has to do with your intellectual aspect, your cognitive aspect, and your logical reasoning. So in this your conscious mind, in this your mind generally, you have a faculty, 6 powerful faculties that help the mind to think or feel. The intuition, the imagination, call it the 6th eye. The perception, the power to observe. Then the reasoning, the logical reasoning, then the memory, then the will. All these things have been showcasing in your life, one way or the other. When Coach O was trying to introduce the father, he said, he's a game changer. And he started numbering what he has done, where he has starting from slum to where he is now. So many times, this powerful you is showcasing itself. It now depends, are you ready to use it? Because also this powerful you can showcase itself in a negative way, which so many people tend to fall into. When you think of reasoning, I work on myself for years. I told you the pattern manifesting is about 10 years work. So while I was going through it, and I found out that my reasoning was based on my childhood experiences most of the time. It's either I will hear the ego of my mother or so significant person. So I try to make decisions. You make your decision based on your reasoning. Because that's what you know. That's what come out to you. Because I don't want to do it this way, let me do it this way. And most of the time, let me do it this way based on somebody's experience or your past experience. So you don't want to fall into that. It's not really what do I want? Can I follow what I want and get it right and sit down and meditate on it to see it come to pass and work towards it? That is you owning your own thoughts. It's a big process. Ability to own your thoughts. We are not trained to own our thoughts in life. We are trained to always ask people, what do you think? And I want to do this. What do you think? You finish dressing, you need validation from someone. Am I looking good? So once they tell us, oh, this your hair is not fine. You go and borrow your hairdresser. Everybody say my hair is not fine. But have you admired yourself? Do you understand? These are real. And it's a process that we pass you through. Because that is what you have. Ability to use them, the ability to own your life from inside out and allow it to reflect outside. We've been living a lot from outside in, so now can we start living from inside out? Alright, so these are all laws. Like we have planned after this, we'll have a community where we use about a month and go through this. I promise to use our book to go through the process to be free, all right, to be free, so that you can come. And the only condition is you have to buy the book, because we use the book to go through all this, their own law. Then ignorance of what you want, your purpose. What is your purpose? Ignorance of changing the old patterns to new, healthy, and fulfilling ones. Do you even know what patterns you are operating on? Coach O said, if you see yourself in the midst of 5 people, you are the number 6. In my book, I said, look around you, your environment. Look around you. What are the predominant threats around you? What are the things that come into you more? Who are the people speaking to your soul more? Who are there? On what basis are they saying all this? What is their belief system? Because there are a lot of defaulted belief systems and we'll be making our decision based on them. But today I will give us opportunity to make some decisions. Ignorance of the power of mentorship. There will be a time where you have to make decisions to be mentored. Ignorance of the power of sustainable leverage system. We don't know how to do leverage system. Sometimes when I see some of my entrepreneur friends, it's something they can just do. But because they just feel in my office, my work, my business, Come, you can, some of them are here, they're laughing. See, you can leverage with each other, you can partner, you can collaborate. There are some things you just need to work with someone else to bring your dream out. All right? Since I knew the power of leverage system, I actually went to learn it. I went to learn it. That's why we had our customized program for entrepreneurship. We call it entrepreneurship mindset shift. We teach entrepreneurs to leverage, the power of leverage system. You cannot actually experience financial freedom without building a leverage system. What's the leverage system? Ability to do little, another person do little, another person do little, and you mesh it together to become whole. So that strength that only you do can actually reduce when every other person is doing. You can imagine this event if I was the only one carrying it on my head. We wouldn't have done anything. There are a lot of things they are doing that I'm not good at it as much. When Coach O came with his knowledge of computer, I just slide down. Anything about that, I just said, no, you can handle it. You know? I know a lot of things in computer, but there are some they are doing I don't know. And I have to collaborate with them. I have to encourage them. I have to train them. And that's okay. In this part, you can't coordinate yourself very well. I can help you to coordinate yourself, but we can bring our idea together and we work it out. All right. So ignorance of leverage system is also a problem that help people to make people to stop. Inability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We said that before. 7 powerful reasons. These are reasons, but to us, they are subheadings for training. All right. So we have some dominant patterns that we see frequently around us, like the youth, the leaders, entrepreneurs. The youth are going through a lot of identity confusion. Yes or yes?
Yes.
A lot. There are leaders are going through. What are they doing? The problem to maintain truth, but they always choose to the other side lies. Why? Have you ever sit down to ask? There's so many leaders that came to serve. Do you know that?
Yeah.
They came to serve. But they enter into a system that's already been patterned with lies. Immediately they step in there, the pattern of that system are lies. So they just align. And most people don't really, it takes you, the gods, to be in the midst of the wrong thinking people and now decide to think differently. You must have a lot of gods. Most people just align because they want to be jolly good fellow. They want to answer good name. But since I understand the power of pattern, anywhere I am, I take my stand. I don't care what you say or what you do, but I take my stand. I have the right to say yes, I have the right to say no. You must learn to pattern yourself in the right way. Check the door. Then the entrepreneurs, competition mentality. True. Is it true?
Yeah.
Competition mentality. Everybody wants to
Outshine
outshine the other person. But you don't have any competition.
Yes, sir.
The only competition you have is
Yourself.
the man on the mirror. The only competition is the man on the mirror. All right?
Yeah.
So then the pressures of the youth and conformity. The youth, those of you that are online, the conformity in social media is something that it's alarming. It's alarming. You just see you are following somebody, you don't know why you are following the person, and you spend your whole data in this person you are following without knowing that you are helping this person to actually succeed in life, and you've never come out to ask, what is my purpose? Who am I? What am am I created to be? Conformity. They just follow. Conformity. So we help them to actually start looking at themselves. For them to look at themselves. Before you start following someone, since I understand this, anything I post on social media, I don't wait for anybody to like it. I like it first. I don't go back to find out how many people like it. No. I'm my own life. Alright? I like me. And you try to work on you so that people will start resonating with what you have. You can't just be an oh yes member. There's no way you can be oh yes member. In this world, you die in the crowd. What can I hold hand on you? What can I hold hand on you? Conformity. And you know, when you are not able to overcome it as a youth, you soon become a mother or a father. And you thought it has dropped. It has not to. You take it to there and it will continue. Alright, so these are all that we break it down. Let's go back. We can't sit down here and finish everything. These are parts. We'll break it down and show you how not to conform, how to own your life. So these are the consequences. A youth that is confused, what happened to that youth? Can we echo it out?
Cultism.
Suicide, abuse, cultism, suicide, and wasted talent. True or true?
True.
True. A leader that think of power without purpose, what happened to such
Corruption. Institutional
failure? Is it what we are seeing in Nigeria and Africa?
breakdown of law and order.
So you see, most of them, honestly, so many of them, I know most of them are joining online because they say they are joining online. But we tell them, look, you guys need us. You guys need us. The leaders of nation need us because we have the solution to help them work with the pattern framework that we have and actually can change something from inside. Nigeria in general need to be changed from inside. When I tell people that Nigeria need mindset shifts, people say it's resource control. Look, if you like, put all the resource in control. When the mind inside is not changed, there is nothing that can change.
That's a major problem.
That's a major problem. Thank you, ma'am. The entrepreneurs no leverage system. You bring them, come and let me train you. I'm my good friend. Let me train you so that you'll be able to train their staff. They don't want to build leverage system. Look, leverage system gives you sustainability. Sustainability. When your staff is well grown, when they have captured your vision, we pieces your vision to their brain. What you cannot do, we do it because we've been trained to do it. We pieces your vision to them and they just align because they now know that they are the stakeholder in this business. But what if you not say, no, what are you doing? What is it not to talk? It's not to talk. Oh. It's not to talk. We are calling it mindset shift. We shift your mind and help you to align. It's a walk. So my message, their best version begin with awareness. True or true?
Yeah.
True. Awareness of what?
Yourself.
Good. I love this. So we are now relating. My message yourself begin with awareness. That's the foundation of your own essence. When you bought electronic, okay, let's use the laptop. Just got a laptop and you don't know how to use a laptop before. Once you go through the manufacturer's manual,
That's right.
before you know how to use it, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you don't go through the manufacturer manual, where you should plug for it to charge, but you can use it for something else. That's how it is when you don't know who you are. And so many of us have been walking around the circle of other people's opinions or societal demands without really knowing who we are and work with it. We've not been able to own our thoughts and do what we must do. So I'm bringing you to the place of decision. Who do you really think you are? And what do you think you want? to introduce you to you and help you to transform yourself. We are not coming here to share information. No, it's not information. We are offering to you transformation and investment. We want to introduce to you to learn to invest in you above all else. I believe, honestly, I believe. If I did not invest in myself, I don't know where I would have been now. Because life challenges throw a lot on me. A lot. A lot. But I started investing in me. I remember one of those days, my team members, incidentally, she's here. When she came, my mentor is not from Nigeria, so their time and our time is not the same. So most of the time when I was going through my personal development training, anytime they are offered, they slash price, I would just jump into it to start to join them. And most times they use their own time. So I would join. So most of their time, from at 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3, I'm awake to join them, their webinar. That time, she came, it was 5 days stretched webinar. And I was always like, I set an alarm. It got to the point my body got used to it. So before 2:30, I'm already awake. I invested in me. I invested in me to the point I learned to break some status quo. I break out from so many belief systems that were patterning around my life. I start asking some questions, and I start getting back to the originality of principles, my creator's manual. And that's what I'm introducing you to my book. That's the originality of principles. And I found out that so many of us, like I studied counseling psychology, my foundational studies, and management and administration. So many of these theories, in administration, we learn of so many theories. Even counseling, we learn of so many theories. Do you know so many of the theories, they are just following the principle, original principle. And they build their theory on it. And it works. We are now learning. But do you really know that you can sit down to also discover you by those principles, that it will work for you? True or true? True. So you are coming to the place of decision. There is no way you can change what you don't know. That's why we are bringing to you the pattern framework. The pattern framework, you have to sign up to it and let's work with you. Just like Oshko said, we want to be your accountability partner. Mentorship is almost everything apart from you. Mentorship is very important. Mentorship in the place of human development, personal development, is very important. You cannot do this journey alone. I didn't do it alone. All right? I had mentors. I still have mentors. I still work with them. And they help me. And I'll keep transforming myself to my best version till death. So the solution we are offering is the pattern framework. For you to build it and create healthy patterns. You cannot act on the pattern of your thoughts and feelings all the time. You act on the pattern of your thoughts and feelings all the time. True or true? From what you have learned now, true or true? It's everything inside. Honestly, it's everything inside. So we just want to work with you so that you can actually start knowing how your thinking is. Before I leave the stage, I'll tell you my story. One of those days I was going through the training. So my coach then said, today you are going to monitor your thinking. I was in the realm of, my problem was money there. I said, thinking of what now? He said, you think from what you think every day, every millisecond, you are thinking. But if you don't listen to yourself, you don't know what you are thinking. Really? It says, use a journal and be writing everything that comes out from your mind. Everything, as I'm talking now, a lot of things going through your mind. If you know yourself, you start writing them down. If you don't know, you just think it's not. Every one of us think. But when you don't listen to yourself, you won't know. I was right. I wrote it at the end of the day, in the night before you sleep. Just read what you've written. And my God, when the first time I tried that, I was like, I should separate myself from what I was reading. That's how this thing was coming out of me. Ah, where? You won't know what your mind bring out. And your mind bring out, like I said, based on your experiences, the script that have been written around your life all your years, and your mind is just building there. But you can start building a new pattern from this day. How many of us are ready to do that? Want to start building a new pattern from today henceforth and be responsible of their thoughts, feelings, and actions. Are we ready?
Yeah.
How many? Can I just see our hands up? We are ready. Yeah, and we are ready too. So I'm going to bring Coach O up. We are getting to the end. 2 hours is 2 hours, and I spend more than 2.
Thank you.
When my role was-
Council, read it one more time, please. I love that whole mind shift perspective, and we have books that would help us get there. I love the pattern framework. Thank you. And I can't say this enough. I'm grateful to partner with you because we speak the same language. And I think the biggest thing that I want to take away from this is we'll be in so many different professions, so many different industries, so many parts of the world. If I can be honest, we get to learn from each other. So yeah, we're coming up as the knowledge base here, but I want us to grow a community worldwide. And we've launched our game-changing academy. And we want y'all to be with us. Yeah, celebrate that. Celebrate, okay, we're getting there. And when we get out of here, we'll show you how to sign up. Our first month, we want you guys to just experience with us. And what is even Game Changer Academy? It's a family for us to stay together. Yeah, I'm going back to the States for now. I'm coming back. But we're going to still be connected, even if I'm in the States, even when I come back to Abuja, even when I go visit my family and Anthony, right? Okay. All right. Right? We're going to stay together. I want us to stay connected, stay family. And what we're offering is a monthly mentorship, monthly connection calls where we get to stay together, we get to connect with each other and help us be the accountability partners with each other. We're not doing it for you, we're doing it with you. We're going to climb that journey together because if I can be honest, I know there's so much I can learn from each one of you guys and vice versa. So we're going to create that community. There's a song that's all the time that says, I have joy in chaos and I have peace that makes no sense. I want to build that firm foundation with us. I want us to build that firm foundation with that Game Changer Academy. And as it evolves, we get to evolve with each other and bring so many people along. Imagine our country when everybody's a game changer. Not for each other, with each other. And instead of being enemies trying to one up each other, we get to all do it together. Because there's enough land to put our feet on. So before we leave here, I have a QR code in the back. Here's what I want you to do. I challenge every person in here to scan the QR code. It's a questionnaire that's going to give you information about our Game Changer Academy. You're going to give us your information, and I'm going to send you information in the back. And what we're going to do, we're going to just join this group together. The first month, don't even worry about any cost, and we'll break it all down to you. We just want you to be in the Game Changer Academy free. After that month, if you're like, hey, celebrate it, I love it. After that, for the first month, and me and Rita, we're going to talk. We're going to have a monthly cohorts. We're going to have the one-on-one mentorship, and we'll talk about that. And we want to just be the guys to walk with you, right? You can't grow what you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? I saw that just on there. We want to help each other discover that, and we're going to do that with the Game Changer Academy. So this is our call to action. On your way out, and I know we have more, on your way out, I want you to scan the QR code. I want you to fill out that form, and let's get started with at least that first one today, Game Changer Academy, because one thing I can tell you, after July, you're going to be like, I want more. Come on, let's walk through it together. All right, can we embrace that? And then two, we already got some books out. That's going to help us find that pattern for that mindset shift and to help us be that best version of ourselves. Rita, I heard you like Oprah today, so I heard you got some specials, right? What you got in the books?
What?
Tell us about, you got to tell us about, Go, come on now.
Okay.
And how do we get it? How do we receive it? What if we want to start? No, not what if, because we want to start today.
Oh, yeah. Let me just go on.
I got you. So once again, when you get on here, raise your hand if you're on Facebook. Raise your hand. Anybody? Nobody's on Facebook? Nobody's on Facebook no more? Instagram? What do y'all do with Twitter? You do it? Okay. Challenge. Get a picture before you leave today. Even our video guys, get us a testimonial because we want to make this group so powerful that we get to strike many blows here. Because remember, alone we can go so far, so fast, right? But together we can go so far. I want to go far with you guys. I want to be with you guys every step of the way. So I want to challenge you guys to make sure you guys sign up for our Game Changer Academy, all right? So we can help shift that mind together. Have you guys enjoyed yourself so far?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to challenge y'all. I want to take away what you learned today, either from myself or Miss Rita, right? Chris, can I ask you, give you one takeaway from today?
I'm a game changer from now. And from you, I think I've learned a lot. That I need to take home. I love it. Yeah, and from Mariam as well. She has spoken well. And I keep into what he has said.
I love that.
I really still want to be a game changer.
I love that, man. Hey, can we celebrate parents? Come on. And then can I have your name?
When you ask that question of what is the unselfishly selfish?
Selfishly unselfish.
It got me thinking. I've never taken this. It got me thinking, and I'm trying to look at myself. I found that it's not well. I think so much of others neglect me. In fact, I have children that are conscious, they are all adults now, telling me, think of yourself.
Wow.
Think of yourself. So even though they are saying it, I've never stopped to do that. But when that question was asked,
Come on.
and it's now, even as she was talking all the way, I'm now thinking more of myself.
Wow.
You know, for a woman, you give, you now tend to forget yourself.
That's right.
Neglect yourself, and it's
Because
most of the time it's not very good. Because it does, by the time you realize you are in a deep problem. So what I've gotten here is to be very conscious of myself.
Wow.
Then she said something, thinking. The various things that you think, if I wrote it down, I said assignment. That's what I wrote. Assignment. I've given myself that assignment that from this moment, really I need it. I start writing down what I'm thinking because I need to really look at how my mind plays and what it is. She said when she looked at herself, her own, at the end of the day, she was surprised. I want to see how surprised I'll be.
I love it. Come on, we celebrate that on a different level. I love that. I think one of the most powerful things you said is that reflect. Do you know self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools that you can have?
Yeah.
You argue with other people. There's only one part of that equation that you can actually reduce. Who is that, them or you? Yourself.
So,
Has anybody ever tried to change somebody?
No.
You never tried? Anybody tried?
Yes.
How has that worked out?
Yes.
Exactly, right?
yeah.
Now I've learned, it took me time, because I used to be the one that fought everything. When I knew I was wrong, no, I'm right. And I was wrong every time. When I started to self-reflect, I started to grow. That was powerful. Thank you so much for bringing that tool up. Come on. All right, Confr, we launch your books. Where do we go get it from? What you got for us? Ooh, hey, what we can do is put the Game Changer Academy group. All right, so what we're gonna do, get that QR code. We're on the way out, and in our Facebook group, everybody's gonna be in our Facebook group. We want you to see the links to Rita's books, exactly what she breaks down from the patterns to the mindset shifts. And we're gonna make sure that you guys have access to get you a copy. Anything you wanna add, Sarah?
Okay. Yes, please. Talking about my books. I was thinking I'm going to use my sister because at least let's see the cover page or something. A minute, please. I'm sorry. Can we change this guy here? Sorry. Yeah, I think after she finished. A minute, please. I'm so sorry. This one is not moving. It's problem. Our online viewer, I'm so sorry. No, why this guy is not moving. Oh, okay. Okay. Book cover. So this is the first book. This is the second book with the pictures. So all right. Hi everyone. I'm like a newborn mother. This book took so much, and the excitement I got when I first sent it to seller. I mean, of course, no seller. Yeah. So the first day, when I sent it, I was like, oh, is there now? I'm like, is there? Because so much patterns manifesting your originality. It's a must-have book. It's a must-have book. Okay. So what we are going to do, if you sign up through our community, we are going to post the link there. So you just get your copy. Pattern is this, what I said here. I just the summary of what is inside pattern, but what is inside pattern is much more than that. It's a self-help book. It's for your personal development. It's a book that you can actually have your way through it without me, without any mentor or a coach, because it takes you from one level to the next. But pattern is not just one by itself. There's another one, change your pattern and change your life. That is where our framework is. Everything we say here, we gather it and form a framework. So the word pattern, the Pattern, It's a framework that we carve out. What do we use this framework for? Some of the testimony that we shared there is what we use. I use it as during my therapeutic therapy session and all that. I use it with my clients. I use it with my clients even during training and all that. So we use in each of the aspects you are coming in with, there is an aspect of pattern that we identify. As you are talking to us, we'll see the pattern that is playing out and we use it to actually bring out your best version. We use it to actually build a life of purpose. We use it for you to actually live a life of ownership from inside out. You know, when we talk about ownership, we always think about having houses, cars, and all that. This one is you own your life. Is that okay? So that's for pattern framework. Then we also have the okay, this is the life. This change your pattern, change your life. Has changed your pattern, change your life. Then we also have the pattern life planner. Those of us that are fast food counseling training, I'm not just a regular counselor. When you come to me, the first thing before I start with you is you fill our disclosure form. Why I allow you to fill disclosure form is that because that's the first place of you getting in touch with yourself. So most people, while they are filling the disclosure form, they already find out where the problem came from. Like disclosure form is customized is our first counseling session. That's the first thing you meet. Is when I get your disclosure form, I analyze it, and then I can now know the kind of counseling you want. And can now refer you if you need referrals. So here in pattern framework, pattern life planner, pattern life planner, you plan your own life. So you see yourself through it. Is so packed and designed that it has a worksheet inside it. It has daily planner, weekly, monthly, and all that. That's our affirmation. That's where you can, you play with your own thinking. This one I talk about what you think, so you can actually start seeing what you think. It's a companion. It's a must-have. It's a must-have. So we'll share all the link. Then you go to seller and get your copy. Then what I'm doing, this is my Facebook. If you get 3 of the series, you get the series, the pattern manifesting your originality, the change your life, change your pattern, change your life, then your planner, you have this free of charge. So you show us your proof of payment. You pay. My mentor said, those who pay attention. We have to change the mindset of free. Our conference is paid though, is to show that the great way to make it free. Our conference is always paid. So we have all this free. Honestly, I didn't get anything free. I paid for it. And that's why I pay attention. So you want to be part of it, pay. All right? But as we said, the first month from now, we are going to use the pattern manifesting your originality and your pattern framework. In fact, we are going to use the old book to work with as many that will sign up to it. We'll work with you. Just like it will be a webinar, you come in and we'll be using the book to work with you. Is that okay? Sure. All right. So, those of us that started with us, personal development, I just get that slide on its own, is an holistic field because you talk of your mind, your spirit, your body, your social life, your health. And health there, we have the mental, the physical, and other parts of health, right? So there is something that is going to talk about optimizing your health. It's a woman I respect so much, Madam Doctor. She's a doctor, academic doctor. Patience Edeke. Ma, please come up and tell us about health. There are some health products that I use that she also used them. She can always talk about it. She'll tell you where to get it. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, what's going to happen is I think we've been sitting for too long. Can we all stand up? If you don't really mind. We are going to do a small exercise. Coconut. Please, Prof, you are not going anywhere because you need this. Okay. So there is this, what is it called now? Exercise I want us to do. We call it coconut. So can we spell coconut? C-O-C-O-N-E-T. So this is it. C.
You're right on it.
So right first. C. This is C. This is O. This is another C. Another O. What's next? Can we do it? Can we do it now?
Yes.
We let it. We are less time. Are you so cold that you are not doing the exercise? It's part of it now. C. This is C. This is O. Another C. Another O. N. U. T. Coconut. Please, let's clap for ourselves. So please sit down. I don't know whether this thing is working.
There's no way of what.
You can hear my voice, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm here to introduce a particular product that it's very good, like she said. And the Nigerian situation now is such that you have to be very careful with your health. So I want to start by introducing who I am. My name is welcome to the presentation of Ultra H2 molecular hydrogen water bottle. So I need to pick my bottle. This is what I want to talk about now. And my name is Patience Edeke, academic. Please go to the next slide. I am a retired. I want to. Is he not doing? Okay. All right. I retired from the civil service system some years back, a long time. What are you doing? No. Wow. It's nice. I'm a consummate business consultant. I retired from the system, then I went into business. If you've ever known of the 700 Club, how many of us has heard of the 700 Club? Okay, I used to be a telephone counselor there until about 2 years ago. Put in decades
in that service. I did it part-time while I was working as a civil servant. I retired from the civil service some years back. I'm a retired civil servant, trade marketing and a tourism consultant. I still do those things till today. After retirement, I didn't retire because I was tired. I retired because it was necessary. It was my time to be in service. So I'm very, very active by the grace of God. I'm here to introduce the product. Along the way, I'll tell you how old I am. Then we know that this product is not selling anything, it's just for our health issues. Some months back, I think last year, I took my sister and a friend of mine to a herbal clinic in Mali, and they ran this test for them. This test, by the end of the test, it tells you what is sitting right and what is not sitting right in your system. We don't run anything, it's just hold a particular instrument and it reads right from your crown of your head to the sole of your feet. If your heart is okay, it will tell you. You will see it, you yourself will see it. So at the end of the test, when they ran the test, my friend that I went with was given a bill of 700 and something thousand to be able to correct his health. My sister was 900 and something thousand. So I was shouting. Then my friend now said, "What are you making noise for? I just spent 1.2 million for a particular treatment." So it has become very necessary for us to take care of our health. Which one is better, prevention or curing?
Prevention.
So that's the angle where I'm trying to introduce to us now. So for us to be very healthy, and we owe God the responsibility to take care of ourselves. Do we know that?
Yes.
You didn't create yourself. Did you create yourself? So you are here for a purpose, and you owe God that duty to be healthy. Do you understand? So the situation in Nigeria now is such that if care is not taken, taking all sorts of jobs in the name of trying to manage, and in managing, it's a lot. And there is a mistake we do in Nigeria. We chase money and neglect our body. Then when we make the money, we now use the money to take care of ourselves. Does it make sense?
No.
Doesn't make sense. That has been the thing. So some of us have this habit of wanting to talk about health. I'm one. In fact, people around me know I'm a very health conscious person. I have come through, I've lost parents early, too early. So I had to take it upon myself to take care of myself. So in the process, I've done research. We are on the same platform together. And I want to introduce, please go to the next slide. Okay. I want to introduce this bottle. It's called Confr H2 molecular hydrogen water bottle. It's a water bottle. It's a water bottle. That's what I think. It creates up to 1,500 parts per billion. Who can tell me the formula of water? H2O. Hydrogen plus oxygen. Is it not so?
Yes.
And hydrogen, what this bottle does is creates hydrogen. Hydrogen is the smallest molecule in our body system. It enters any part. What causes sickness? In fact, there are slides. I won't talk too much. I'm trying to introduce now. What causes sickness is oxidation. And oxidation that we can't run away from. It comes from the environment, from the food, everything. Stress, you understand, is part of life. But should we now say because it's part of life, we should neglect it? No, because it affects our body. Do you understand? It affects our body. So God in His infinite mercy has created us, given us the wisdom to be able to develop. That's why you have medical doctors, you have engineers, to develop products that will assist us to live long, in spite of all these hazardous things around us. Do you understand? And that is why this bottle is being produced and it's helping a lot. What does it do? It's an antioxidant. If you are, in fact, clinically proven, it's not story, clinically proven. What does it do? It's, if you take it, first thing you will experience a lot of energy. A lot of energy. That's the first thing. It has done a lot. It has reversed terrible sicknesses, cancerous, in fact, sickle cell. It has done a lot. We'll be hearing. Please move to the next slide. Move to the next slide. These are it. Like you have seen, powerful antioxidant property, enhances energy level, improves athletic performance and recovery, slow aging process, improves sexual stamina and erectile functions, and libido in men and women, prevent prostate and breast cancer, supports metabolic health, possesses anti-inflammatory effects, prevents neurodegenerative sicknesses like Parkinson's. In fact, people that are, when they start getting old, this is one thing they fear most. You know, it's so terrible that you will be in a family, then you cannot remember their names. You begin to ask, who are you? It's a very terrible, terrible experience. It detoxifies the entire body. So let's go to the next slide. I want also, wait, please click. There is it's a video. This one is a video. No, it's not big. It's not talking. It's very, they are very, very
Here's
short.
how to use hydrogen water to boost your daily wellness. Morning, start your day with 1 glass to detox and focus. Pre-workout, 15 to 30 minutes before, for better stamina and recovery. Night, 1 more glass before bed helps fight overnight stress and promote deeper sleep. Simple, right? This one habit can help reduce bloating, fatigue, and even brain fog. The best part, it fits into any routine. Save this for your healthy routine.
Okay, let's have the next slide, please. I'm going to generate the hydrogen. I've just poured water. That's all the water. The bottle goes. So I'll generate it. It's generating now. And it will tell you. Somebody will ask, how am I sure is generating hydrogen? Please go. There is a, now we want to find out, is it really generating hydrogen or we are just guessing? So please click. He's going to tell us. There is an experiment going on. So,
this is Edward's mind. Now we're going to do a simple hydrogen test. This is our Ultra H2 bottle. It is generating hydrogen right now. But the question is, are we sure that it's actually hydrogen that's generating? So we're just going to do that simple test. I had to get the tester, right? This test kit. If you can see that. All right, lighting is not so good, but then we'll go right into it. All right, this is the test kit here. And this is the blue reagent. So you actually need a blue reagent for hydrogen test, right? Then these are cups. So we can do a simultaneous test with normal water and hydrogen water. Okay, so now this is normal water according to the hydrogen bottle, and you have generated the hydrogen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour normal water here to the level of 6 ml. All right, so that's 6 ml. Then we pour the hydrogen water here. 6 ml as well, so I'm going to have to reduce it. Good. All right, on the red level. So this hydrogen, water, and normal water. So all I need to do is, if I put this blue reagent in normal water, it will remain blue. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I use this stirrer. If I stir it, it remains pure, right? Then I put here. Now it's supposed to clear the reagent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go on and on and on and on and on. And if you turn it, voila. This is packed with hydrogen. So, ladies and gentlemen, take care of water.
So now you see,
I'm very happy.
you see that the hydrogen that is generated that gets into our system does a lot. For those that are smokers, those that are like a lot of alcohol, all those poisonous things. Like I said earlier, hydrogen goes to the smallest molecule, goes into every part of our body. So that is why it can rectify whatsoever anomalies is in our system. So can we just go on this? Okay? Antioxidant detoxifier, that's just it. See, what it does is that it gives the equivalent of these things in the body. Like eating 79 banana, 58 carrots. Do you understand? Because of the health effects it has. You know, they tell us take fruits, take vegetable. These are the things, the effects it has in our body. Please, let's go. I want to, there is a particular, this, are you okay? Leave this one, skip this, skip the testimony, skip one. Okay, for here, please, let me have the box. Sorry, I need to. That's why I came with the carton. For people that have asthma, the package comes with caterpillar. You understand? You just put it. See the way she's using it, if you notice. And this is somebody's testimony. The daughter was, she had an attack of asthma, and thank God the mother had this spot, so was able to save the daughter. Do you understand? That's how it's used. It comes like that in the package, just like that. So let's go on. Then for those of us women, it helps, you know, a woman gets into menopausal stage and it's disturbing her. This bottle helps. Let's move. Various benefits. That's in this now. Over 27 of them that are there. I can't start mentioning them. Let's go. I need you to listen to this. It's very short. To really tell you what it took this time to really
inflammation, liver eye disorder, these are smoking cause common illnesses. Somebody like people who are 40 years old and these illnesses are very close by treatment. If you are 40 years old and older, I have great news. Before I get to the great news, you might be asking yourself, what is the free radicals? Free radicals are highly reactive molecules that have unpaired electrons, making them very unstable. When they come to contact with other molecules in the body, they try to stabilize themselves by stealing electrons from these molecules. This process is known as oxidation and can lead to damage to the molecules they interact with, which includes DNA, proteins, and lipids in the body. So, what are the causes of this free radical? So many things are out there that can cause free radicals to, kind of in the body. These include environmental pollutants, underlying medications, cigarette smoking, alcohol, processed food, heavy metal, finding water, radiation therapy, inflammation, stress, and a whole lot of other things contribute for free radical. The older you are, the higher the possibility of a lot of free radicals. If your cells are healthy, your body is healthy, your cells are great. What free radicals cause damage several ways. Because they attack the cells in your body in several ways. Free radicals can interact with DNA molecules in the cell, causing mutation or breakdown in DNA cells. This can lead to genetic abnormalities, it can lead to dysfunctional cells, and even lead to death. So, activated DNA that has no regular DNA. Free radicals can cause protein damage, but they are essential to the structure and function of the cell. Free radicals can provide the protein structure of the cell, alter their function, and render them ineffective. This can disrupt cellular processes and lead to malfunction in the affected cells. And when the cells begin to malfunction, the body begins to malfunction. Free radicals can also
Yes. See, what he was just trying to say is what the oxidation does to our body, and this counteracts. So this is it. When you get this package, for you to get this package, it comes with some products which we call souvenir, like two toothpaste, a rich diffuser, one living in coffee, original, and there's another coffee too. Then the bottle itself. The normal price is 1.6 million, but because it's a promo, you now get it for 1.3 million with all this. It has warranty attached to it, comes with a 1-year warranty, and it has so many other things. It comes with its charger, apart from that you can use it, that you can charge with. So this is it. That's the price for it, for those that are interested. The good thing is that, like I have this bottle, somebody else wants to buy it. If somebody sees the bottle with me and wants to buy from, ask me where I got it. If I introduce the person to where I got it, the person will be making 200,000 just for one bottle. Do you understand? And you pay directly to, please go next to, it's not to any individual, to the company. These people bring these bottles from Philippines, and it takes, right now they don't have any, because Nigerians are buying it like mad. So it takes between 2 to 3 months for you to be able to get it when you pay for it. Rediscover the younger you. Thank you. Now tell us your age. As I was going to say it, I skip a lot of things. By the grace of God, by the end of this month, I'll be 71 years.
Wow, isn't that amazing? We have brother that I use. Amazing. Like the testimonies are so many that if there was time and she brought them, all of them out, we would not be here by now. But because of our online viewers, they are still on. Oh, okay. So, thank you for your time. And all our physical participants. This is, like I said when I introduced, I said you are here because you want to rediscover your better self. You want to be like your best version that you always yearn for. And most times, you don't know how to go about it. But we have a platform where everybody can be free, without judge, without guilt. We work with you as accountability partner, and you become. While we were discussing, we said for you to become the best version. In fact, when Coach O was talking, and he used the father, not only that came late, this is Coach O, this is Coach O father. I'm going to go to place, I don't know like the father, so you. Okay, so he said, he called the father the game changer. You can imagine when you have a son and your son grew up to see you and start learning from you, and a program like this, in all that we have packed together, he said, your father is worthy of that name. Why? Because he was resilient. He knew who he is, or who he was, as a young boy in a strange land. You understand? And this is the same strange land that so many young people have gotten there, and They are nowhere. What kept him? Persistence. So I want to drop you with these tools. These are some of the tools that you find in our book. And our framework is what we use. It's a must you have that book. But one of the tools from discovering yourself, knowing who you are, what you want, and getting to what you want. And like my mentor will always say, what you want is not, I want to drive a vehicle, I want to live in a new house. Those are not good. What you want is that big goal that scares you and excites you at the same time. That big goal. We call it, in our training, we call it goal C. It's the highest realm of goal. So when you get it, you have self-actualization. You are fulfilled. So from you to be from this zero, you just want awareness, then to where you are going. Persistence, perseverance, resilience. These are powerful tools that will guide you through discipline. Discipline. Ability to say yes when you must say yes, and say no without judgment or guilt. So thank you so much. Be blessed. So these are here, coach. Please just bring out your phone and get to the community. Let's be in one community.
And once you scan the QR code, you're gonna see, when you scan the QR code, you'll see a form you'll fill out, we'll give you the information. Once again, at least for the month of July, we are going to be game-changing family. Don't matter where we are, we're going to modify, and I want to challenge each other for this, because I'm glad we're walking side by side. I'm not walking this alone with you, and Rita's not going to be solo. We're doing this thing together. We're going to modify.
It's not. It's not.
No. Try one time. All right. Let me raise your hand if you're able to pull it up. Let me pull it up on. Okay, pull it up. I'll double check. We'll modify the times to make it convenient here. So even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me, we're going to be on this thing together, all right? But I want to challenge us 100% of people. I want to see on the Game Changer Academy, at least for the month of July. Because I'm telling you, once you hang with us for July, you
can also do that. You can also do that. I enjoy every bit of law practice. I enjoy it because of perseverance. When I got there, I said yes. Now, he may bully me. That was true.
My truth, sir.
He told his truth, and he was in jail. When my kids go to jail because they drive with no license, they call me the next minute and say, stay there. That's right. That was my punishment. I asked my daughter the other day, when was the last time you had a traffic ticket? He said, the last time you left me in jail overnight. Okay. I will not rescue you. But you have to suffer the consequences. But don't try to be too fast. If you are too fast, you end up with trouble. But they have a good thing. I didn't want to say anything, but the way they were saying, I got hyped. I'll get excited if people try to bring people out of where they are. Because if I can do it, guess what? Everybody here can do it. When you didn't know one thing, architecture, you don't know how to draw. But I finished it. I practiced it for 5 years. I practiced it for 5 years. Somebody told me, look at my paperwork. Say, hey, you're not going to make it. It was somebody it was a Yoruba guy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk bad about Yoruba. It was a Yoruba guy. When he told me that, I said, hey, I went back home. I said, this is what I came for. This is what I told my parents I come for. You always want to think about those who brought you here. Because I always think, what would mama say? What would daddy say? That's what motivated me. There are a lot of things I promised my mom before I left. And I tried to keep to them. So I finished architecture. They did not, it was a poor man, big name profession. That's why I called it over there. As a black person. They did not believe when I tell them that there was racism in America. They grew up to find out it's true. Because because I was the first, the only black person that graduated from Oklahoma State University in 3-4 years. I played my way around because I wanted to succeed.
One more time for Senior Coco. Thank you so much. You persevered, hit it. And in closing, because I want to honor time, I know we're past 1 o'clock, and I got to catch a flight too. Any questions that you may have for either myself or Miss Rita? And we know for a fact, at least for that month of July, we'll be connected regardless. Say it again.
Coach O.
Coach O, my origin name, Christopher Otiko Owar, son of Gogo UKOR, of the Unyede tribe, and Unyada, as I'm learning, all right? I'll get there, I'm working on my Ogolo. Any questions that you may have for us?
It's not a question. It's just to say, well, I've known Rita for quite some time now, and I know she can be very dogged when she wants to get something done. I just want to say, I attended one of our programs 2 years ago, so I don't know how often she does it. My contribution is that I need come home.
Yeah.
And more. I did a lot of. I came here yesterday. I went around. None of them should not discouraged.
No. Some must have joined online. So many people join online.
So I have what can it be done more regularly?
Yeah.
More advice to it.
Okay, thank you. Nothing.
And
We have already put a lot. Question and answer. Sending. So as you are going, someone will just take a word from you as you are going. What you have resonated with. One thing that you have resonated with. So someone will just take 2 seconds or a minute of yours as you are going, okay? Then we'll still be around here for quite some time because you want to see me in person. That's my associate, as a professional association.